everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Amin here and I am back with another week in my life vlog as a genetic counselor. I have done a lot of videos like this on my channel. If you don't know what genetic counseling is, definitely check out some of my other videos before we hop into this one. But I'm going to take you along with me on a Monday to Friday kind of so you get a sense of what I do as a mostly prenatal genetic counselor, 90% prenatal, 10% reproductive adult genetics. And I have tried a few different ways of, organizing these vlogs, and the easiest for me really is if I go through all of my cases or all of my patients at the end of the week, because following up throughout the week gets a little bit too much for me, especially because I can't vlog at work. But I am gonna try to give you a check-in every day so we can kind of go through what I've done for the day. Obviously, you can tell I am not at work today. I'm at home. I work from home on Mondays. And so this morning, I was just calling out results to some patients. I had a low risk NIPT result for somebody who had a previous pregnancy with a chromosome abnormality. So they were very excited and very happy to hear that. And then I have a high risk result, which means most likely the pregnancy has a chromosome difference. I'm just waiting from the lab to confirm that it's the right patient, because the date of birth on the report was actually incorrect. So I don't want to call them and if I don't know for sure if it's actually true, but I'm not surprised that this is the result it's come with. The patient is planning on doing diagnostic testing anyways, so it doesn't really make that much of a difference. But a lot of people like to have an idea or kind of be able to prepare themselves for the news that they're probably going to get. And so that's what I've been doing this morning. And this afternoon, I have one more patient. I'll talk about it after. I have met with the patient already. I right now just have to hop onto a call. I'm being interviewed by a genetic counseling student for their thesis. And so I signed up to kind of help them out with that. So they're interviewing me as a participant and it's gonna be virtual, so that's great. But I will catch you later on in the day. Back in my bed, surrounded by my blanket. It is 4:03. It's time to log out of work. So I did, and I finally got in contact with that patient that had the high risk result. It's always hard calling out these results because you're like giving somebody really, really bad news, but somebody has to do it, and I'd rather it be me than somebody else who's not trained on how to give this type of results. So, it didn't take it well, obviously, but that's okay. We have a plan for them. And so for the rest of the day today, oh yeah, and then I had that other patient I forgot to tell you about. So I met with somebody who was very, very quick. I just needed some family history information. They have a child that has some rare type of kidney condition. They had genetic testing done in another country, and it's all been inconclusive so far. So we found a lot of variants of uncertain significance. So basically I just took all the information from them, and I'm gonna have to review it with a geneticist and see if there's any testing that we would offer them, like any follow-up testing we would offer like the mother of the child who is our patient. But that was it for today. I am planning on, in a few minutes, getting out of my bed and going to get a little bit of a workout in. We have like a workout area in the basement, but my mom and I go to the gym like 3 times a week, I would say. So in total, I try to do some type of physical activity like somewhere between 3 to 5 times a week. And today I'm not gonna leave my house. Like I refuse to leave my house. It's super cold outside. So I'm probably just gonna go downstairs and do like 20 minutes on our bike, the bike machine thing. I'll probably watch some TV. And then The Bachelor just started. Do I think it's a good season? No, I do not, but I love trash television. So I'm probably gonna watch The Bachelor tonight. And that's it for my Monday. I will catch you tomorrow. I have one patient scheduled tomorrow as far as I remember, just one. And we have a student with us right now. So the student's actually gonna be doing probably most of it. And yeah, excited to see how that goes. And we'll see what the rest of the day looks like. finished work. Let me clean this off. Ew, I look horrible. It is really cold, and today I had one patient this morning. They were both carriers for beta thalassemia, so a 25% risk of an affected child, and they're early enough in the pregnancy where they can choose to either do a CVS or an amnio. So the student that we had for the first month, they basically did the whole session, and so I was just like doing my thing supervising, and then the afternoon was more admin stuff, calling some results, following up on results, and then we had our like end of rotation meeting with our student, kind of an evaluation. And now it's 4 o'clock and I'm gonna go home. I don't have anything planned for this evening, which is nice, and probably just gonna watch a movie, which is like what I do today. Just got home from the gym. It is 7:50. I'm exhausted, but as I promised, I'm going to tell you about my day while it's still that day. I hope you can't hear the heater that much, but it's freezing, so I gotta keep it on. So let's see what I did today. Honestly, you guys, I am having a bit of a rough day. I've just been feeling a little bit down today. There's some like wedding stress stuff. There's some like health stress stuff. I'm not gonna go into it right now, but all that combined with like giving bad news at work, it just has me feeling low. And I was hoping going to the gym and working out would make it a little bit better, but I'm still feeling low. So I think I need like a cry. I feel it. I feel a cry settling in. So I might cry tonight. This is just how I cope. I don't know if it's healthy or not. Don't you worry, I am in therapy. But sometimes, you know, like when you, I know I'm not alone. Like sometimes you cry to like release the emotions and then you feel much better afterwards. Like you feel relief. Anyways, that's not why you're watching this video. You're watching this video because you want to know what I do as a genetic counselor. Okay, so today I had a pretty busy day, even though I only had one patient scheduled. There's a lot of follow-up that I have to do regularly. So all the follow-up that I had to do, so I called out some normal results for a CVS that was done last week. I called out normal results from an amniocentesis. That's because I was covering for my coworker. So I called out some normal results for that. I called out normal microarray results from an amnio that was done a couple weeks ago. And then I called out results, my heater just turned off. I called out results for somebody that had carrier testing because her father is affected with a recessive condition. So they were basically an obligate carrier. So we did carrier testing for them. It came back to show they're a carrier for sure. And now we're gonna arrange testing for the partner to see if the partner's a carrier. Because if the partner is, then there is a risk for a future pregnancy to be affected. It's a preconception case, not prenatal. And then I followed up with somebody who we diagnosed prenatally. The baby had mosaic, like a mosaic chromosome difference. They continued the pregnancy. Baby was delivered 2 weeks ago. So I just followed up with that patient to check in and see how they're doing, how baby is doing. And then I called out results. So I told you guys earlier there was a positive high risk NIPT that I called out on Monday. The amnio came back and it confirmed the chromosome difference in the pregnancy. And I do this all the time. Like I have had a lot of patients in the last like year and a half where I've called out like positive results or, you know, given bad news to people. But something about this one just made me feel a little bit more sad. I think it was because I wasn't surprised at the results. Like we saw them because they were screened positive on like the serum screening, but I was just like, I wasn't surprised, but it was unexpected, the results, and kind of like from their perspective, it was very unexpected, these results. And so like sometimes when I give these bad news, I can just hear the other person, like their whole world just like shatters. And it's not the best feeling to be the one that shatters that person's world, even though in the long run I know like it's not me that is, you know, causing the harm. In fact, I would say that we are preventing harm from happening by, you know, providing them with information and giving it in a way that is appreciated by them at the end of the day. And everybody's always like very grateful, very thankful to have somebody who can explain things like along the way. But it was just hard to like hear them kind of like break down on the phone. So we're gonna follow up with the patient tomorrow and like talk about the diagnosis a little bit more, make a plan for the pregnancy, kind of however they want to move forward. And I think, and then I had a new patient today. So between all of that, I saw a patient who is confirmed to be alpha thalassemia carrier. We do a lot of thalassemia, like I said. So they're an alpha thalassemia carrier, confirmed to be a cis deletion. So there's 2 copies of the gene that are not working on the same chromosome, so it's in cis. Their partner's results are pending. So we're just gonna wait for the partner's results, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, they're also not a cis carrier, because if they are, then there's a chance for something called Bart's disease, which is the most severe form of alpha thalassemia. But fingers crossed, it's not that. We'll hopefully find out in a few days there, because apparently the lab said I'll be done next week. But that was everything I did today at work. And then I came home, I changed quickly into my clothes, and then I went to the gym, and I'm gonna take a shower and I'm gonna eat. And I don't know if I have enough energy or time to watch a movie, but like I think I just need some release of my emotions. It's also probably like the weather, honestly. Like living in Canada, living here just kind of sucks sometimes, but it's getting better. The sun is out until like 5:30, which is like phenomenal, and it has been out the last few days. Like, it hasn't been cloudy. I had to wear my sunglasses on the drive home today. I was very happy about it, even though I could not see anything because it was blinding and right in front of me, but it was very nice to see. So I will, with all that said, catch you tomorrow. Hopefully I feel better. And tomorrow I just have one patient, which is a follow-up from the positive amnio result. So far, we'll see how the day goes. Okay everyone, just checking in at lunch. I'm gonna watch Netflix. I thought about going on a walk with my coworkers, but I wanna watch Netflix and not be cold. It's usually what I do on my lunches anyways. I am feeling much better today compared to yesterday. I, as you know, watched all my old videos yesterday, not all of them, I watched a lot of them, and I was just like full of energy, full of life and zest, and I would like to be like that again. Anyways, so this morning I've had a pretty good morning. I had a meeting. Every Thursday we have a team meeting in which is like do updates, updates for everybody. And then I called out good results for a patient, and they were very, very happy. It was both the parents have sickle trait or carriers for sickle cell, and the baby was found not to be affected. And she was just so happy, over the moon, crying, laughing, praying, like so grateful for the results. And so that felt really nice. I was like beaming on the phone. And then I just did paperwork, preparing for more CVSs, more amnios. I think that's about it. I have a bit of a complex patient tomorrow, so I'm trying to prepare for that. It's a mosaic embryo transfer. I have done like these sessions before. So somebody went through IVF and they transferred a embryo that was mosaic for the pregnancy, so mosaic in terms of its genetics. And so we would offer them like diagnostic testing if they wanted to know, but there's always limitations, right, to some things like this. It's a little complex because the mosaic chromosomes, there's like a lot of things going on. I've done mosaic ones before, but it's only when one chromosome is involved, and it's what we call segmental. So it's like a piece of a chromosome is different. A certain percentage of the cells are different. This one has more than one chromosome involved. One is a full chromosome and one is a segment of another chromosome. It's a little bit more complex. We'll see, it's up to the patient, whatever they want to do. That's kind of what I've been doing this morning, and this afternoon, as you know, I have that a case where the person had a positive amniocentesis result. So I'm just gonna relax over my lunch, and then I have that patient in the afternoon, and there'll probably be some follow-up that I have to do on the back end admin stuff after that appointment. Oh my god, you guys, it is so cold today. There's some like polar vortex shit going on right now. I'll have to drive with my mittens on to get home. It feels like minus 30 degrees Celsius, and I'm gonna blast my heat, and I will talk to you when I get home. Oh my goodness. Like, even just taking my mitten off to get my car keys was very difficult. So I will see you in a second. For me, probably like a friggin' hour. Okay, it has been over an hour since I got home. The heater has been blasting. I got warm tea. I've been sitting in my bed, and we actually just got our photos from our engagement party. So like, I've already looked through all of them like 3 or 4 times, trying to pick and choose which ones I'm gonna post. But if you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram to see more stuff about my life. I'm getting married this year, a whole bunch of stuff, etc, etc. That's not why you're watching this video. You're watching the video because you want to know what I do as a genetic counselor. So today's Friday, and like I said, it was really, 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 really cold today. It's like extreme cold weather warning. But I had a really busy day. Actually, I had to stay behind like an extra 20 minutes after work, and so I had 2 patients this morning back to back. It wasn't like actually that bad, but it's just like a lot of follow-up to do. So the first one that I had was the complex one that I was saying about the mosaic embryo transfer. It went fine, it went well. Yeah, so we just kind of explained like the uncertainty around the mosaic embryo transfers. However, like, research is very new in the area, and it's showing that most likely there's favorable outcomes in healthy babies that come from mosaic embryos, but they can still have diagnostic testing if they wanted to get some more clarification. There's so many limitations, so many things that we just don't know about. So that was that discussion. And then I had a last minute add-on for a person who is super pregnant, and there is a finding in the ultrasound of, how do I explain it? It's a skull difference, the way the skull has formed and fused in the pregnancy. And they were very, very anxious, and so it was me and one of the geneticists. So the ultrasound abnormality ones, the complex ones, we usually work like in tandem with the geneticist, and so we kind of explain a little bit about the ultrasound findings, and like, really our differential is quite broad because that's the only thing they see on the ultrasound. It could be something, could be nothing, and they're, like I said, pretty far along in the pregnancy, and so they were very concerned, and so we just have to make some referrals for them. They want an amniocentesis, so we're gonna do that, and then there's a lot of like back and forth with different labs to like see how quickly we can get the results back, because like I said, super pregnant. So that took up my entire day essentially, and then I work from home on Mondays, as you know, so I had to do some prep work so that I have everything ready to go when I'm at home on Monday, because I will not have access to like charts and stuff like that, or like the paper parts of the charts, so I had to prep for that. And that is pretty much it, I think. I don't think I did anything else at work, and I basically have 30 minutes work to get ready. What the hell's your problem? My brother rudely interrupted me. So annoying. Anyways, I have 30 minutes before I have to get ready because I am going bowling in this freaking weather. My fiance slash boyfriend slash whatever it is, whatever he is, his coworkers are having like a get together I don't know if it's somebody's birthday or if somebody got a new job or something like that, and I have never met them. He's been working there for like a year and I haven't met them, and finally all the schedules are meshing and I'm going bowling. I'm going bowling tonight. And so we're gonna go bowling and then get food, but I'm gonna be hungry before the bowling, so I'm gonna have a snack before I leave. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more content from me as a genetic counselor, you know, kind of a day in my life, more vlog style videos, I do a lot of those. I do some informational videos as well in terms of the application process with genetic counseling, answering Q&As, like different kinds of things. Let me know if you enjoyed this video and if you like the style of this video, because I've been trying different things for like my weekly vlogs. I kind of, like I said earlier, I've been trying to update you every single day rather than waiting until the end of the week. This week wasn't too bad. Like I haven't been, you know, like super busy, but the weeks that I'm super busy, like I know it's not gonna be possible for me to do like daily check-ins. But let me know if you enjoyed this style, this format of a video better. And if you want to see more, of course, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.